This is Nile and you listen to Icon Radio.
A homeboy's production.
Come, let's get down.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Come, let's get down. Siku moja kama mimi aliniita, niko busy kwenye club na katiba. Nimetega sikio kwenye speaker, sina muda na mtu hata dakika ati.
Shorty tukutane please uko town.
Huku wananiangalia up and down.
Can I please write your number down?
Okay, come, let's get down.
Excuse me miss, jina langu ni Jackson. Together me and you tutaleta action. Don't sogea karibu nikupe nitikasi. 5 tu of your time. Nikueleze ni livyo kumine. Toka first time nilipo lay my eyes on you, nili believe it's true. Kuwa ni wewe tu, I promise you. Nitakupenda boo na utanipenda tu, hadi nimepiga magoti kwenye sakafu. Nitakupa chochote utakacho. Pairs and pairs of golden sandals, your love I'll cherish, I'll keep, bila scandals. Pairs and pairs of golden sandals, your love I'll cherish, I'll keep, bila scandals.
Moja kama mia aliniita, niko busy kwenye club na katika, nimetega sikio kwenye speaker, sina muda na mtu hata dakika ati.
Shorty tukutane please.
Huku wananiangalia up and down.
Can I please write your number down?
Okay, come, let's get down. Yo, sikuweza kuringa, sikujali kama ana nyumba ama ana dinga, moyo ulizizima. The way he approached me, aliwasha moyo wangu kama tochi. Sasa ni mimi na zizi na ye, siendi kokote, milele mimi na ye. Namshukuru Mola kutuleta sisi pamoja, nilikuwa nimeshachoka kungoja. Moyo uliovunjika huu sasa umepona, na ridhika na sauti tu. Sio lazima kila siku sura yake kuiona, hata bila ye kuwepo bado namuona. Akilini mpaka usingizini, mchana mpaka night, mawazoni yuko na mimi. Namthamini ye kuliko hata madini ama hela, sio lazima utajirini, hata kwa umasikini. Mimi na ye, Mungu watujali ye, amini. Siku moja jamaa mimi aliniita, niko busy kwenye tab na katika, nimetega sikio kwenye speaker, sina muda na mtu hata dakika ati.
Shorty tukutane please, uko town.
Huku wananiangalia up and down.
Can I please write your number down?
Okay, come, let's get down. Siku moja jamaa mimi aliniita, niko busy kwenye club na katika, nimetega sikio kwenye speaker, sina muda na mtu hata dakika ati.
Shorty tukutane uko town.
Huku wananiangalia up and down.
Can I please write your number down?
Okay, come, let's get down.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Come, let's get down.
Holy man, you like me do, man. Let me show them something. Man, tell you what, go on.
Come, let's get down.
This is Icon Radio.
Yeah. It's Icon Radio. You're on the vote today.
The man with the voice.
Yeah, the best hip hop out there, the best music out there, the best showbiz out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And today, hey, this is jina za watu. Hey, let me leave them to say their own names. I can be talking in plural, while we should be talking in present.
Yo.
Hey, yeah, so first of all, it's the Beatmaker, not the beat taker.
For sure.
10 fingers in the air. Yo, if you don't know, you better ask your mama or ask a kinyi with a good hair.
Of course.
If you don't have a mama, ask your cousin. If you don't have a cousin, uliza. Ask God. Atakusaidia hapo.
Words from the devil crusher himself,
Yeah. When I was called the devil crusher, that's a long story. Hebu tuambie tuko na nani leo?
Yo, I go by the name Mr. Tang to the ALE. Tangale na the place called me Padre, the real Gangale, maze, and I'm so honored to be here once more, maze. This is the third time, the vault inanipenda siku hizi. Big time.
Ni the vault inakupenda ama tunapenda hiyo nini? Hiyo hoodie yako ya pink.
Shukran. I love the compliment.
Which one is it? Huh?
I'll take it.
There's a time nowadays man wear pink, but there's a time ukivaa mtu anakuambia jamaa kuna kitu. Unajua sielewi.
We can't be judging things according to color, Yeah. I think that your time ilipita. Tutaongea kuhusu color another time. Nitakushow your story. Make it a whole topic.
Yeah. So today we have a special guest. This is a special guest.
For sure.
Let her introduce herself.
Hey, whoa. Anahitaji a round of applause before. Hey, wait.
I'll see applause. Go.
Yeah.
I am Henrie Mutuku and I'm on Icon Radio. Asanteni sana.
Wow. I never knew nitaipatana na Henry.
The OG of OGs of OGs.
Wow. Maze.
Funny enough, me and Henry, as even a reminder, we've known each other for years. Years. Let me give you a short recap about her.
Ish.
So you
Please
understand.
do. Yeah.
So me, I knew her. As a reminder, I knew her when we used to call her Eva. Not even Henry. Then I remember when she called herself Henry, she changed her whole thing, her whole appearance. African.
Yep.
Aliweka kiafro. I still remember. There's a time we went to this church, my former crew, the rap community. Shout out to rap community, all who are listening.
Big up.
Community.
Yeah. When you fan wa rap community.
I used to do backups for somebody called
Hey!
Izo.
Interesting.
When the Devil Crusher was a skinny guy. We're gonna say but people used to diss me that day. They say, "Hey, masay ujava, masay shingo yake ni refu." Those days because we were skinny.
Look at we now.
Tulikuwa natembea kutoka town mpaka and then you're broke unatembea from Langara to town.
Hey.
And you only have 20 bob. Na hiyo 20 bob ni kubai manjiva tuli.
Kwa barabara hapo hivyo ukiingia mtaani ka petrol kidogo.
So when I met Henry, we went to this church in Buruburu and we're also performing there. And the church is called East. You know, in Buru. You know? And I remember like she was leading praise and worship that day. And so there's a guy who was there who's part of us, Izo was part of us. His bro Johnny was part of rap community.
Okay.
But he had his own ministry called On Track Ministries. And Izo kept on saying, "Hey, see that lady can sing. Hey, that lady, she can." He's like, "I have talked to her."
Ish.
So us, we didn't know what that meant that you have talked to her. You know, those days can mean anything. Where's Juga na Deniako? So he goes and he's like, yeah, he talked to her and then they agreed they'll be working together. You know, because Izo had put up his own crew. People forget that Isaac also was part of the legendary Heart Ministries. You know, that's Peter Dera, Ted Josiah, Salio Yugi, Esther.
There was Heart Ministries before Heart the Band.
In fact, Peter Dera, Peter Dera now tells me, call me Rev. That's what he does when he puts his accent like, When I called him recently, and I said, "Yeah, this is Jimmy Okung." He's like, "Are you sure it's you? why do you sound like a Nigerian gangster with that accent?"
With an accent.
Yeah, no, it's me. So Izo was part of Heart with a few other people. You know, so he set up his own On Track Ministries, and he was really doing big things. And so that time. And it'll come up, you know, and he's loving. And I'll be honest, she was a huge element to On Track Ministries, you know. Shout out to Izo.
Yeah.
I'm still in touch.
Thank you, Izo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which year was that?
That was, if I'm not wrong, it was around 97. Wow. Yeah. That's when it was. And the thing about Izo, I have to give it up to Izo. Izo was good at sporting talent.
Yeah, he was.
He was very good at sporting talent. He was, sometimes people used to think that he was cocky and overconfident. And he used to love to dance. You know, those days of when I find a running man.
Break dance kidogo.
Yeah, those were the moves. Remember, he used to like wearing these boots and bright colored socks. But that was it.
Happy socks.
Happy socks.
Yeah, that's the name.
But they're not called happy socks then. Yeah, we used to call them luminous socks.
They bring out the vibrance in people. Yeah.
So I want to find out, like, as we dive into other stories to do with Henry. So I've always been asked this question, a question that I cannot answer because it has nothing to do with me, but has to do with you.
Yep.
They said, this lady, awesome artist, but we've not seen her for like almost like 2 decades. Where has she been?
2 decades.
Yeah, like the last time a lot of people heard about you was like around 2000.
It was
after Kora Awards.
After Sifu Bwana, I guess.
That's very interesting.
So what have you been up to?
Well, I disappeared when I went to do my second album. I went to do it in the UK. then I needed to leave and for the album to be mastered. The guy who was behind it was getting married also, so I had to give him time to settle into marriage. And I went back to church.
So how many albums do you have in total?
I have 3 albums. I'm now working on my 4th album. Yeah.
So
called Harusi.
Harusi, yeah.
So you mean you've been around, si ati umerudi?
No. No. I came back from private life. I think in 2014 I released my 2nd album.
Okay.
That was on Nation and some media stations.
I remember that time, 2014.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing even the cover for the CD.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I did my 3rd album called Christmas Hymns album. Yeah. So now I'm working on my 4th one. I've inaenda pole pole.
So
I thought myself that maybe now I'll be doing my 10th album, but the space doesn't support that music that much. So the Kenyan space, especially if you're a Kenyan, utakuta, if you're a foreigner, your muziki is more supported, but if you're a Kenyan, you have to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you never took a hiatus?
I did take a hiatus when I was waiting for the 2nd album to be through. Yeah, I took a 10-year hiatus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me give you a short history that she hasn't talked about.
10 years.
So when I was after Rap Community, we set up a group called Mobjalia. Man of Bonafide Blessings. Yeah.
Man of
we had a song called, at that time it was called Nasani Husuyo. And let's go Nasani Husuyo. Husuko na Husuko. Pasale na Asapa ni Yesu. It was written by Sakute Wagana. He was a Sheng master. We didn't know what the heck he was talking about.
What?
And that's the time music was changed. It was a transition from the straight up R&B, American hip hop, and what more people were into the Kenyan sound at that time, the African sound. So I remember during that time I decided to set up a crew, my own crew, me and a boy of mine. Shout out to Julia Sokoti. We decided to set up something together, and and I remember it's like I set up this crew called the DK crew. That stands for the Devil Crusher Crew. Yeah. So I set up one.
It's a crusher with a K, yeah?
And so I went to my boy, brilliant producer up till now, Gabo Omondi. Yeah. And I said, hey, Gabo said, hey, if you bring for me some, they sell musical instruments in Westlands. It was a shop called Solid Rock.
Okay.
Yeah,
so behind Solid Rock was a recording studio.
Nostalgic moments there for you guys.
It was just there, Upper West. You know where Mark Fry's is Upper Westlands, huh?
Yeah.
It's on the same road. It was called Puccini. So that's where it was, huh? And so Gabo owed me a track. So I made this track and I said this one will be for DK crew. So I remember we went to this church, GT, Glory Tabernacle, that day. Me and him performed it. And then after I performed, there were 3 guys. I remember.
Wow.
That was Johnny. That was Big Ted.
What?
Actually, there were 4. Big Ted, Big Kev, na Sakute Wagana. And they said, Kumbe, you're just doing things on your own now, eh? Yeah, you're just going to make beats for. You're just going to get beats for other people, and you cannot support us as a group and bring hot beats like this. And I realized why they were angry was because it's like it sounded better than what we had. You know, there's this new keyboard that had come out that Gabo had called the
Trinity Cog.
The Trinity Cog, yeah. It was metallic silver. It was metallic silver. So I remember, like, me in the process of this, I got annoyed. And I said, hey, Kyle, you guys feel, how many things have I done for Rap Community? If you feel that now feel I'm playing you, then take the beat, I was waiting for them to say, no, it's okay, you're a brother. They said, hey, letter hiyo. They said, bring it. So the same day,
Savage, eh?
the same day after we performed, Henrie asked me, who made for you that beat? So I told her, hey, it was made by my boy. I can link you up with him. So I linked her up with Gabo, and then they had agreed she was going to go record a song with Gabo on the weekend. I remember it was the weekend.
I was on very limited time because he was being asked for by the big companies to do ads.
It was a big shot your time.
So Gabo, so we agreed on the weekend. I said I'll take her there also on the weekend. So that time I know my Myra knows about this story, but there's a lady I was dating called Malaika Wori. Yeah. So her brother was studying theater in Canada at McGill University. It's called Jonathan Awori.
Okay.
And this is a guy who's been in St. Mary's. You sing bass. So he had won all these competitions, even in music festivals, for singing bass solos. So Henrie had reached out to him like, hey, can you come sing the bass part on the track they're supposed to do? On the day he's supposed to come, that Saturday, he tells her, hey, he make. So Henrie's like, Jimmy, you're here. What Imba?
Viz.
On that song. You know what song that was?
Which one?
That was the song Nakuitaji. In fact, I remember the bass part, the one I sing when Nakuitaji. Nakuitaji. Yeah, that was yeah, you guys don't know the history. Now you're getting to know some of the history.
So you can do bass.
Now, even in Music Fest, I sing bass too. I sing bass too. Even I did a bass solo at Music Fest also. So what happened was, like, that song actually did very well, but people get it confused. Nakuitaji, the original, was produced
by
Gabriel Omondi.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The one that won a Cora Award was the remix. Produced by Mr. Steve Ominde. Steve Ominde was my boy. Shout out to Steve also. We grew up in Langata with him.
Nice.
Gay one.
Leonico class. Leonico class.
So the one with Gabo was more African, more percussions. I remember. So let me ask you, why did you feel that you really wanted to put that song together?
Well, I liked this hymn called I Need Thee Every Hour.
I need thee every hour.
Yeah. Every hour I need thee. So bless me now, my Jesus, I come to thee. So I really like that hymn. But then there's a difference between being in church and then when you enter matatus in Buru.
Manyanga.
So they would play this music that was so demeaning to women, and I was like, what can I do about this? So I thought maybe I can do gospel music. After a lot of soul searching, I thought I can do gospel music. I can start recording. And we were doing some, like he said, some Eastlands concerts. So the guys I was with, the producers of those concerts would tell me, one of them told me, I think you're ready for recording.
Okay.
So he took me to a studio, and so I thought maybe I can try some creativity, so that this music, I can bring in the hymn, I need thee every hour, into the matatus. Yeah, so that's how.
That was a bold move.
That's how we ended up doing Nakuhitaji.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a bold move.
Yeah, I know. Tangale, you're youngin, you don't know these stories.
Yeah, maze, unajua kuleta vibe ya church kwa matatu. Hiyo ni bold move. That's a very bold move, and I think you did it. Being I think the last of millennials and the first of Gen Zs.
I did the last of millennial and the
first of Gen Z.
So you've explained the professor.
Exactly. Yeah, and the articulation is the key word. So there was this catchy song you did with Rafton and what was the other guy called?
RK.
Yeah,
Robert Kamanzi.
yeah, Robert Kamanzi, yeah.
Yeah, we now have another RK.
Yeah,
Ruben
Abuja.
Ruben Kigame also calls himself Sir RK.
Yeah, but
Kigame was the original OG. he was before.
He was before Robert Kamanzi. Yeah,
he was there.
That's
he was there way before.
That's
amazing musician, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
That song Ilifanika Dance. I was gonna say Ilifanika Dance as a. I think it's niliona impact my generation big time hiyo time.
What are you gonna dance?
Kwa church, man.
Yeah.
Ngenipata hapo every Sunday tu hapo tu waze tukifanya hizo ma style flani, and I love that song big time. You vibe. What happened, maze? We need more of that actually.
Well,
especially in 2024 right now that the gospel industry is so diluted. Iko in another level side.
Okay. I think for me, what can I say? I record what I'm given at that time.
Wow, nice.
Elaine and inspire.
That's an artist
answer. So then there was also backlash from the church.
Okay.
They felt, umeenda sana hiyo.
You're dancing too much.
Mziki yako imeenda klabu sana.
Hey.
So there was backlash. So and what they didn't know is that I used to pray to God that one day I'll be a hymn writer.
Wow.
So I've ended up doing 4 hymns, just for the church congregation circles.
Woof, big up, manze.
Yeah.
People don't know that, but Henrie also plays piano.
Yes, I do play piano. I've played piano by then in church for.
Badass.
I've played piano in church, and in high school. I think since I was in high school. Yes, since I was in high school, that was 92, 93 there.
Which school was that?
Loreto Limuru. Yes.
I went to Loreto.
You're the ones who used to wear red, huh?
School. I think it's the only Loreto for boys.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to Loreto Nakuru School. It's in Nakuru, just opposite.
That's not the same.
High.
That's not the same thing, man.
It's not the same. We follow the same doctrines and everything.
Are they not the ones we used to call? Say they used to be called Reds.
They were the
yeah.
Reds,
oh,
yeah.
Your time ilikuwa mnaita Reds.
Yeah,
They
Reds.
came wakaanza kuitwa chalks and stuff.
No, chalks is the brown. They wear brown school uniform. That's different. That's Limuru girls.
Oh yeah. Oh, good.
You better know the history.
Yeah, sorry, man. Nimeona watu wa inside hapa.
So Loreto Limuru.
Yeah.
I remember we used to catch up with them in Music Fest. You know.
Which school were you in?
I went to a couple, but the last school I was in was an all boys famous school.
Oh,
Upper Hill High School.
The school with a very good choir.
Yeah, we used to get we used to be a threat to everyone.
Everybody.
But the funny thing is, we were very good as a boys set piece choir, but we're not good as a mixed choir where you take the girls and you mix them with the boys. We used to come number 3, you know, in that one.
Why?
We were just stronger as all boys choir. And then the school, they never used to like us, and used to feel like where their threat was also Dagoretti High School.
Okay.
But Dagoretti had their band also. And then the other school, they used to win the competition all the time. When it comes to it was Starehe.
Exactly.
Starehe used to win all the time. There was this guy who later became a pastor, was called Jose, whatever. What is it called? Church of God or something. Back in the days, when he was in high school in Starehe, we used to call him Nimrod. Yeah, I remember him, but he used to play like saxophone. Yeah, he was a very good saxophone player.
Big up.
So, but let me ask you, Henrie. So, what would you say personally for you has been the hardships being in the music industry? Like, what have you feel like these are the downfalls that you personally have gone through?
Like I was telling you on the side lines, on the sidelines. One of them has been working with male producers, which I like. I do like, but sometimes I feel maybe they could travel a little bit more, maybe go to school a little bit more, because they don't give me enough mental space, creative space. Ukiwa studio. Then sometimes they would hit back by saying I'm their girlfriend or something of the sort. As in they bring this thing to boy girl relationships and when
they want more from the
when we're just colleagues, you see. Yeah, so that is one of the challenges, creative space. The other thing has been lack of education. I would wish to God and to the powers that be that we would have more musicians being trained. Training is still tuko bado chini. The third challenge I've had is payment. Just getting paid your dues. Wow. Because if I had gotten paid, like I said, I would be on my 10th album now.
Is that like the royalties or when you go perform at a place?
Royalties, performance. You find everybody is trying to steal from the musician. Kidogo, as in wanna pinch, you know.
Yeah.
You go somewhere, like I remember one time I went to some concert that was really well sponsored. But when it came to paying the musicians, they threw at me 5,000 shillings.
When was that?
Miaka. So
5K.
But even the fact that they would throw it at you, you know, iko vile hatuheshimu Kenyan musicians.
That's true. That's true.
So you feel like we're like, especially the female artists are belittled.
I don't know, but maybe the men could speak out, but I think that the issue of payment cuts across
everyone,
whether men or women. Yeah.
You feel like they just don't want to pay out.
Yeah.
They want to use your talent, but they don't want to pay out.
Yeah. And especially for somebody like me, whom my peers are company owners and things like that, you umesomea, umeenda shule, you have a degree, you want to go and do your masters, you want to go and do your PhD.
Where?
So wanacheza hiyo mambo ya kulipa.
That's interesting because a lot of artists pia wana complaining kuhusu hiyo stuff. Hadi saa hii wameanza kutengeneza a certain phrase. Exposure hailipi.
Yeah. I think the hard thing is Kenyans for a lot of time they felt that certain people should have been in place to fight for their rights. That's why they felt like companies like MCSK and other publishing companies were set up. But then they felt like these companies
are run by the same people,
and they didn't go to bat for them. They would actually take the money and just eat it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I saw the expenditures for their company. You would be surprised. Pesa ya wasanii inamekiwa millions of money, alafu hiyo millions inakuja before hata ianze kulipa royalties. Imeanza kulipa salaries, ilipe rent ya hiyo ofisi, sijui ilipe allowances za watu fulani, alafu it's a lot, man. These people don't take music.
Up to 83%. They pay themselves up
exactly.
to 83%.
Out of
I think
numbers crazy.
83, yeah. I think a lot of times people don't understand the way these companies operate. For example, when it comes to, let's say, your mechanical royalties or things like that, they actually go to these stations. Whatever station is playing the music at that time, they go, and the stations pay. They actually do pay out.
That's true.
Big time.
And then now you go ask, let's say, one of these public companies, where is our royalties? Where's our money? I know my song has been playing. I know this has happened. There's other places that have been playing. Where is it? And then there's some, hey, tukulipwa. This has been going on for like years. That's what they say.
Yeah.
And then like there's a time I remember that they said they were gonna pay out artists, and then they flung them to your phone on a para 2K.
Yeah, actually
2K.
Yeah.
2K is too much.
alipata 2000 na ya kutoa plus 30 bob I guess ya juu. It was 2030 ulikuwa unatumia na ya kutoa. Unaweza pata hata 430.
But you know the worst thing about that?
Yeah.
What is happening is, and this is the problem that we face in Kenya. There are some guys who are offended by that. They are literally offended.
Okay.
But then there's some other guys at least saying, at least ulipata kakitu.
Unajua Kenya, hata we Jimmy umekuwa ukiniambia hii kitu. Kenya tunakuangana katabia and this habit of saying tuko na at least culture,
at least
ya
philosophy.
Kusema at least philosophy, yeah. Hiyo at least bado inaonyesha ulifinywa. Manzi, at the end of the day inaonyesha vile ulifinywa, lakini uko tu like uko hopeful for a better tomorrow, yeah. At least, yeah. At least nilitumiwa. Unajua unajiambia nimefinywa, lakini let me just not complain, let's move, manzi. Do you think your stuff ni right or something? At the end of the day, music ya Kenyan artists make millions and millions.
You see, that at least philosophy happens everywhere in Kenya. It happens in politics. It happens in your job. It happens everywhere.
Everywhere, actually.
And so the thing is I don't believe that it's right at all. Because you took your time, you took your creativity, you took your sweat, you put it in there. You know, that's your job.
Exactly.
You know, it's not someone who anakusaidia like no, it's you're actually entitled to that. That's what the problem is. And the thing is, a lot of artists, why they actually came out of the music industry is because of things like that. They felt like they were not getting their dues. So they said, listen, there's no point. Because I know at the end of the day, I'll get paid. You know? But with this one, I don't know if I'm gonna get paid.
Sina guarantee for sure.
And you see, it's like if you notice, a lot of guys were even in music. What happened? And this is a realistic thing. A lot of them left music and went into acting.
Yeah, actually, true.
Because they know ioni direct pesa.
Yeah, walipata face value, wakaamua kuitumia kwa acting.
Yeah, and some of them never came back. And it's not just Kenya, but it's internationally. If you look at guys like Ludacris, remember when he got a Fast and Furious? When was the last time you saw him bring out a record?
Wow. He did like a record, I think last year. I could hit the waves sana or something.
But if you're going to get your direct income, and you feel this one is more direct than this other one, then you're going to be like, I don't have time for this. Because what happens with royalties is you do your record. You put it out there. And then you're waiting for that revenue to come back. You don't know when it will come back. You know,
it's like a long-term investment.
And in Africa, it's even worse. And you know the strangest thing when you talk about royalties? Let me show you the difference here. So in Kenya, we have MCSK, right? We have that.
But we also now have camp.
Yeah, we have camp, we have Prisk.
We have
but you know the funny thing, in Uganda, when you talk to artists over there, they feel like we're privileged. They say, at least Kenya ukona
music society.
That's what they say. You guys are lucky. They say you guys are lucky. We don't have that. At least you have people are fighting for you.
And they are making money at Tuliko. Ugandan music.
But that's what they think. They think because it doesn't mean because an organization is there that they're gonna go and fight. Because actually, like MCSK, their job is to fight. Like even right now, if your music appears in a movie, they're supposed to recoup that.
Exactly.
You know? But they're not doing any of that. But what they're doing is they're like the politicians. In Kenya, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna pay myself this, like, and they just give and they just keep on being voted in. You know,
interesting topic.
Like I remember there's a friend of mine. He's still a friend of mine till today, though we haven't talked for a minute. And he was the head of MCSK at one point. That's Moro Sokoth.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow, okay.
Now he's come back. I think he's one of the top guys. Is in at camp.
At camp.
And guys were furious about that. They were like, this guy, Aliba. He claims he never did, though. He claims he went to court, he won the case. Claims that he never did.
Okay.
You know, but guys are furious. And that's the state of how our music affairs are in Kenya.
I think tukona hii block mentality. Let me just finish this session by saying, I think tunakuanga na hii block mentality ya tukiwa this ghetto mentality inakuanga kwa ghetto sana like mtu mmoja from Umo akikosea mtu wa Kayole, everybody from Kayole will say nyi watu wa Umo, nyi wote ni watu wa ufala manzi or something like that. Unaget, so Kenyans pia tuko na hiyo stuff that saa zingine you to cloud, but saa zingine unajua kitu yote yenye ni rumors ziko karibu na ukweli, tuseme tu ukweli. Sitafunika hiyo fact. So but tunakuanga na ile aspect ya judge everything. If at all ni Jimmy pekee aliguza or something na ako kwa hii kampuni fulani, people won't even see you, they will talk about the whole company. Yeah, inakuanga hivyo. So I'm sorry, Morris. Maybe you could do. Maybe people feel
sorry.
Offended. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe unajua watu wana feel maybe alifanya hivyo. Maybe watu wana feel alifanya. Maybe yeye ana feel akufanya. He won the case, but people still were offended. Hata kama ako back, watu bado. I don't think people wana feel integrity yake iko fiti bado.
Well, there's more to be discussed about that. We're gonna take a short break right now.
Yep.
And come back with more with Henrie here, giving us her story, her life, and everything. So we're taking a break, but we'll be back.
Of course.
What's up, good people? This is Cannibal Chosen One, and you're listening to The Vault.
Leo ni siku kubwa, siku ya maharusi. Mmeanza safari kwa kupata cheti. Cheti hicho ni cha kusoma, kuisoma Biblia, kuisikiza, kuelewa, kutenda pamoja. Mpende mke wako kama vile ujipendavyo. Nyote muwe wavumilivu na waaminifu. Mke mtii mume wako, kumheshimu na kumpenda. Watoto walelewe kwa neno la Bwana. Watoto ni baraka toka kwa Mungu, wala si mzigo wa kuwachosha. Mkiamka na kutembea kwa shughuli za kila siku, wafunze hilo neno la Yesu Bwana. Mpende mke wako kama vile ujipendavyo. Nyote muwe wavumilivu na waaminifu. Mke mtii mume wako, kumheshimu na kumpenda. Watoto walelewe kwa neno la Bwana.
Wazazi waheshimiwe, majirani nao wapendwe, maadui waombewe, wajue upendo wa Bwana. Marafiki wakaribishwe, mwenye njaa naye alishwe, asiye na mavazi naye avishwe. Aliye mgeni naye nyumbani kwenu akaribishwe, bila kunungunika, na tena kwa moyo safi. Na jamaa wafunguliwe, mgongo msiwapatie, kwa hekima muwasikize, wasaidie mahitaji.
Mpende mke wako kama vile ujipendavyo. Nyote muwe wavumilivu na waaminifu. Mke mtii mume wako, kumheshimu na kumpenda.
safira, siku zote tuwakumbuke, tusiwe wadanganyifu, tuishi kwa ukweli.